What is up, side hustlers, entrepreneurs, business builders, and dream makers? Welcome to the Saturday Side Hustle Podcast, episode 39. So great to be back in your earbuds once again, as we are every single day of the week. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a strategy that you can implement and how to think intentionally about having an actual referral strategy in your business. I honestly believe that if you are relying on referrals, word of mouth is what a lot of people call that. That's kind of like hoping that somebody will just pay for your dinner. Where, yeah, it's the case that sometimes, once in a blue moon, somebody might pay for your dinner. Someone might do something like pay it forward at a fast food place, or somebody at a bar might want to pay for everybody in the bar. Things like this happen, but would you really rely on that 7 days a week to provide for your family? I wouldn't. So that's where I say relying on word of mouth is not something that is a responsible way of building a business. Now, that being said, having an actual referral strategy, a referral marketing plan, is something that you should have in your business. And that looks a little bit different than just relying on word of mouth. So I'm going to go through three things that I do in my business, because I realized today that a large portion of my revenue actually comes from referrals. And so I actually just sat back and I analyzed it, and I said, why is that? What do I think that I'm doing right? Now, I want to be clear here and transparent that in saying this, I am not making the claim that I'm doing everything right. I'm not making the claim that this is exactly like verbatim exactly what you need to be doing for a referral network in your business. I'm not saying that there's no room for improvement. None of that, nothing like that. I'm just saying here are some observations that I made about my own business that I think maybe can be helpful for some other people starting out. Because referrals might very well be the fastest path to cash for you. I know that for me, they are becoming a huge part of my business, and they're kind of the reason that as the last couple months have been kind of rocky, they're kind of the reasons that we're staying afloat. And just to be transparent and honest with you guys. So, with that being said, let me just go ahead and give you three recommendations of things that I've seen that are contributing positively towards the referral programs in my business. Okay. The first one is something that I feel like it should be obvious, but I still think that if you don't have an explicit strategy for this, it's probably not obvious. It's probably not happening. But I would say the first thing is just to have a amazing customer experience. And when I say that, it's not enough to just be good at what you do. It's not enough to just do what you've promised, because frankly, that's the bare minimum. That's exactly what people expect. They don't pay you because they expect you to not do what you promised. They don't pay you because they expect you to not be good at what you do. They pay you because they expect those things. That's the bare minimum. So just being amazing at what you do really isn't good enough. What makes people actually want to refer people to you isn't just that you're good at what you do, it's that you're good at what you do and they enjoyed working with you. Now, that second part is where we can actually implement some marketing strategies and some marketing ways of thinking towards producing more referrals. It's the an amazing experience working with you. That's where this can come in. So that can come down to just vibing with a client just because you're a very personable individual and they like being around you. Maybe you're charismatic, you're friendly, you're easygoing, but maybe you just resonate with a certain type of person, and so you make that your target market, and then people like you. That's simple, but that could be part of it. I would recommend being a little bit more intentional, in that you can do clever things to put into your processes and your protocol and your systems that are just a step above what they would expect from you given your industry. So, for example, my clients, depending on, and my prospects, but my clients, depending on the services that I'm offering them, they get things from me that I never tell them they're going to get, that are in the world of like physical goods, things like journals, things like coffee mugs, things like books, things like care packages, things like lumpy mail that actually isn't marketing. It's just me saying something silly and a bad pun just to put a smile on their face. Those kinds of things can feel random to the client while being systematized in your processes. So you can have it in your workflow that when you onboard somebody 3 weeks later, you're going to send them a random gift, right? A random gift, right? Those are things that are super easy to implement, and they make you a cut above. They make you unique. They make you different. They make you special, and they make people like you. those are just a couple examples. The sky's the limit on this. Your creativity is going to dictate what comes out of this. But I would say if you start thinking in that way, what can I do beyond just providing the product, good, or service that I've promised to give them an exceptional experience? And if you come up with anything good in that world, well, that's going to pay dividends for your referrals. So it's going to be pay dividends indefinitely. It's going to increase the odds of each and every client referring other people to you. The second one is funny enough, so many companies don't have this, just simply having a on the books by the protocol referral program. So for me, it's really simple. My referral program is this. If you refer somebody to me and we end up doing business together, no matter what the business is, I send you a 20% referral fee. So, for example, I had somebody refer somebody to me today, and this somebody has a very small one-time project, and so I quoted them $300, and they said, "Cool, let's do it." I'm like, cool. So, simple task. I'm going to take a couple hours of my time, and going to give them an amazing product because I'm good at this. But very simple task. And so I said, $300. That's all I'm going to need for that. And they said, "Cool." And I said, "Cool." And so the person who referred them to me, I'm going to send them $60, right? I'm just going to send them $60 for this referral, right? But I also have another person who's been referred to me by the same individual, which is good to know, who is going to pay me $1,000 for a one-time project. And so in that case, I'm going to send $200 to this individual, right? And then I have clients who pay me maybe $500 a month, right? They're on retainers for like $500, $1,000 a month, things in that neighborhood. And if someone refers someone to me who pays on a retainer, then I'm going to give them that referral fee on a retainer. So if I say $500 a month, then I'm going to start sending $100 a month to the person who refers them to me. And just having that on the books is super, super helpful. Just knowing that's going to be the default stance. And obviously, whatever industry you're in, maybe the 20% is quite large, which is one of the reasons that it works well for me is, 20% is quite large, but the services that I render are services that don't take any, they don't have operating costs. They're just time costs, right? So I have the margins where I can play with that. And then the third one that I'd recommend today is once you have that referral program and you have that system in place that makes your clients like working with you, you cut above the rest, you go above and beyond, right? Then the next step is making sure that every single one of your clients knows about your referral program. So literally 100% of your clients need to know 100% of the time that this exists. Every single time your client says something good, tell them refer a friend, and just be very public about that. One of the ways that I do this is even when I'm at the prospect stage is I'll talk to my clients or my prospects about referral marketing, how it needs to be a part of their plan. And when I tell them that, I say, referrals are a huge lifeblood of my business. So I would expect if you and I end up working together that you probably have friends in a similar position to you who could use my services. And when you refer them to me and I give you a 20% referral fee, that's how I keep my doors open. And oftentimes that's how we got connected. And I'll mention that, right? Be like, your friend so-and-so referred you to me. That's how we're having this conversation. So having a referral program is going to be a huge part of your marketing plan. All right. That's the way that I tell them. So I tell prospects that, I frame it, I remind clients of that. And so if you're not telling people about your referral plan, then it's not working, right? And 20% referral plan is a lot, but I know somebody who is very, very excited and eager to recommend anybody and everybody to their chiropractor, because for everybody who goes to their chiropractor that they referred, their chiropractor gives them a $15 Starbucks gift card. Right. So $15 can be enough to get you a lot of business. And so those are kind of no-brainer things. Whatever it is for you, your industry is going to decide that to a large degree. Your margins are going to decide that to a large degree. But there is a way that you can absolutely do that. You could do something of a referral program, something like if you refer somebody to me, they get 10% off their first month and you get 10% off that month. Right. Something like that. And so those kind of things can really stir up business. I'm not going to claim that this is an exhaustive list. I don't believe it is, but it is the list of things that I do. Right. So there's probably more that we could do in a good referral marketing program. And I'm interested and intrigued to learn what those things could be. But that is currently what I do. And so that's my recommendation to you. When growing your business, you want to have a good referral program. And the way that you do that is you put systems in place to make sure that your customers receive a world-class customer experience, unlike anything they'll experience from your competitors. You then build an actual referral program and make sure that they know about the referral program. You do those three things. And in my experience, it has worked wonders for the growth and sustainability of my business. That's all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow is a solo adventure and I will see you there. God bless.